Hello students, welcome to Reader's Workshop. So we have been talking about all our different good habits for solving hard words. And first we looked at this big list of reading strategies like look at the picture, which is like this one, check the picture. We talked about how you use the beginning sounds. We talked about how you have to think, does it make sense, and look at all parts of the word. And these two strategies together are like checking it and do a double check. That's why I have a little red thing. This is like number 3, makes sense. This makes a connection to number 4, looks right. Okay, and of course you might reread. Reread is kind of connected to getting a running start. But today we're going to talk about a new strategy, and it's one of the funnest ones, and it really comes in handy for tricky words, for hard words, and it is try it 2 ways. And it has to do with flipping the sound, flipping the vowel sound. So for example, here we have a short vowel A, the letter A making short vowel apple, or acorn. The idea is that you're going to flip the sound, try it 2 ways to see if one or the other way works. And down here are the vowels A, E, I, O, U. And the first time you meet them, you try a, e, I, a. I'll show you the vowel chart in a minute as a reminder. But if the short vowel isn't working, you get out this is supposed to be a picture of a spatula. And here's another picture of a spatula. And here's a real spatula that we use in class sometimes to remind ourselves. And you flip the sound. You try the other sound. So if a doesn't work, try a. If e doesn't work, try e. If it doesn't work, try I. If a doesn't work, try o. If a doesn't work, try u. And the reason these letters are written here is because these are consonants that also have 2 sounds, right? So the letter C can be k or s, and the letter G can be g or j. So you could also sometimes try to flip these if you are meeting a tricky word. So we're going to practice this strategy back with Gossie and Gertie. And remember, this was about the 2 of them and how they're best friends, and it was talking about all the things they do together. And remember, when we come back to a book, we don't have to reread every page, but you certainly want to review it. Take a quick look through before you get to where you stopped. So there I see Gossie and Gertie talking to each other. Oh, I'm remembering the setting is on a farm because there's a beehive. Oh, I remember the hay and the piggery and the barn from the other book where we met Ollie. We met Gossie and Gertie. We saw examples of how they do things together, how they splash in the rain and they play hide and seek, how they dive in the pond, and they're even together at night, watching in the night. And that's where we stopped. So, ooh, I see some haystacks, and it looks like they're talking to each other. Let's try to read. Here we go. They plow. So when I see the letter A, the first sound I might try is ah. But does that make sense? They plow. That's not making sense. So I'm going to flip. You can use your hand to remember to flip. If you don't have a spatula, I'm going to flip the sound from a to a. Here we go. They play in the oh, look, A-Y. It looks the same. I'm going to try the same sound. Haystacks. Oh, haystacks. So double check. It makes sense. It looks right. And we used our flipping strategy to get there. Let's reread before we continue. They play in the haystacks. Gossie and Gertie are best friends. Oh, here they're walking along. They passed a tree that has a cute little nest. And it looks like Gertie is following Gossie. Here we go. Everywhere Gossie goes. Goss. That doesn't make sense. Ah. So I'm going to flip it. I flip ah to O. Goes. Oh, goes. That makes sense. Everywhere Gossie goes, Gertie goes ta. There's the letter O again. Ah sound isn't making sense, so I'm going to flip it from ah to O. Toe. Ooh, that didn't work either. So maybe here we have to use a running start. Maybe we have to use this strategy. Get a running start and reread, because my flipping didn't work, right? So let me go back. Everywhere Gossie goes, Gertie goes to. Oh, to. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, there it looks like Gossie is talking to Gertie, and they're going over to the barn, and then they're marching past the barn. Let's read. Follow me. I'm trying short E sound. It's not working. So I'm going to flip the sound from to E. Let's go. Follow me. Crit. Again, short I, but it isn't working. So I'm going to flip it to I. Cried Gossie. Let me reread. Follow me, cried Gossie. Gossie marched to the barn. Gertie followed. Okay, so they're marching around together. Ooh, they're kind of hiding under a trough or a container full of hay, and there's a sheep. I wonder if they're kind of sneaking up on the sheep. Here we go. Follow me, cried Gossie. Gossie snacked. Ooh, there's another one. Let's see. Snack. Is not working. So I'm going to flip it from to E. Sneaked. Yeah, they're looking sneaky, right? Sneaked to the not E. I'm going to flip it. Eep. Sheep. Okay, let me reread. Follow me, cried Gossie. Gossie sneaked to the sheep. Gertie followed. Oh, there, Gossie's going over the water. She's jumping over the water. Okay, let's see. But, Gertie's kind of staying back a little. Let's see. Follow me, cried Gossie. Gossie jumped into a mud puddle. Gertie did not follow. Oh, so something's changed a little. Okay, we're going to stop there for today. But what I want to remind you about is our strategy. The strategy we were learning today is try it 2 ways. Flip the sound. So if you meet a vowel and first you try and it doesn't work, it doesn't make sense, you can flip it. Get your spatula, just use your hand to imagine flipping the sound from to A, to E, it to I, to O, to U. And remember, the letters C and G can flip too. K, S, G, J. Okay, flip the sound and see if that works. I hope you also notice that when we're reading, we're using all of our strategies, right? Today, when we started each page, every time we turned the page, we looked at the picture. Then we used the beginning sounds. We used some of our snap words. We started trying to read. As we read, we were looking at all parts of the word. Then when we got stuck, we tried it 2 ways. And then we still went ahead and checked and double checked to make sure it looked right and made sense. So that's what reading is about. Be sure that you're using all your strategies. Off to your reading.